Alright Romania, you've waited so patiently, so now I can gladly tell you that you fly to 41 different countries across 4 continents with nearly 30 European destinations. P.S. Hit me up if you want to do a real life collab, I would love to visit Romania. This is part 16 of ranking every country based on how many places it flies to directly. We're in the top 40 now. There are 2 countries remaining in North America, 0 in South America, 4 in Africa, 21 in Europe, 13 in Asia, and 0 in Oceania. Latvia has a very similar path to Estonia, in which it goes to a ton of European destinations, but unlike Estonia, it gets to 8 non-European countries as well. Jordan is another one of those countries that I would never have thought would be in the top 40. It has multiple African destinations, well over a dozen European destinations, a nearly completed Middle East map, and even 5 destinations between the US and Canada. I really had a hard time believing that Japan was so low on the list, but I triple checked my count. My guess is that there are better paths to go to rather than stopping in Tokyo or other places in Japan, so it gets a little bit overlooked. Even so, it still gets to 39 different countries. I've already touched on Romania, so I'll keep it nice and short. Its longest flights are to the US, Tanzania, Kenya, and Maldives. Its shortest flight is just under 300 kilometers to Sofia, Bulgaria, which I'm sure is a flight that Taylor Swift would think is long. This flight from Oslo to Longyearbyen is the closest I think we'll get to Santa's workshop in the North Pole. It slightly edges out Saurapuluk in Greenland. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Otherwise, it has a very dominant European flight path. Finland has 42 flights to Norway's 41, and its map looks quite a bit less Eurocentric. South Korea, Japan, and Singapore are all locations that Finland has that Norway did not. Ireland basically only has European, American, and Canadian destinations. There are a few exceptions, but those regions make up 90% of Ireland's flight path. Kenya is one of our few remaining African countries. It dominates East Africa while still maintaining plenty of flights to Europe, the Middle East, and even Southeast Asia. Our last 2 countries are both in Asia, and both go to 43 different countries. South Korea flies to a majority of East Asia, including Mongolia, Nepal, and Brunei. It also mixes in 3 stands and nearly 24 European destinations. I've gotta say, I thought Singapore would make the top 20. It still flies to almost every Asian country nearby, with the exception of Bhutan, Mongolia, and obviously North Korea. It also has the weirdest flight path over to the US. I mean, just look at this. That's all for part 16. The top 30 countries are coming in part 17. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.